Hello, and thank you for tuning into the Stuff I Heard podcast. I'm your host, Joshua Peak, and we took a week off. Not necessarily because we wanted to, but because we kind of had to.
Well,
Um,
you didn't have to. I
little
had to.
typhoid Sally over here
I am
suddenly
not
got
kidding you. The
sick
the
beyond
plague.
belief. I
Yeah.
thought I was going to lose her. I mean, I was going to have like a memorial like podcast and be like, and now this is just me all by myself.
Yeah, it was the plague.
You almost bit the dust. It was
I have
close one.
not. Oh yeah. This time last week. No, 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 no.
Now, cold and flu season is always going around, especially whenever the seasons change, and
Always going around.
it's always going around. I mean, we say it's like, oh, it's going around. It's always going around. I mean, kids get sick, but they also rebound very quickly. But they also, because they're so cute and adorable, we pick them up and we take care of them, and then we get whatever they
Yeah,
have.
because I'm pretty sure I got the
The crud.
Oh God, it was worse than the crud.
Yeah.
The crud is mild.
The crud is easy to get over.
The crud I consider the crud like a just sinuses.
Sinus infection. Yeah.
Yes.
This is more like demons inside of you trying to get out.
Oh yeah, this is I think they call it norovirus.
Yeah.
It's from the pits of hell.
Yeah. Which is not related to Pittsburgh, even though it sounds like Pittsburgh. It's
No,
Pits
it
of
doesn't.
Hell. Pittsburgh.
It was horrible.
Maybe that's how Pittsburgh got named.
Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
And I
So
know for a fact I got it from family.
let's backtrack. Okay. So 2 weeks ago on a Saturday, we had a glorious, beautiful day outside that the sun was just perfect. It was nice weather.
It was a week ago yesterday.
I know. It was
You
like
said 2 weeks.
it was like a week ago. It was like 2 weeks ago. Not that Saturday, but
It was
the Saturday before.
yes, it was a week ago yesterday.
And we were like, we got projects to do. Let's do some deep cleaning. We'll clean off the front porch. And I had gotten a gift card to the was it not Home Depot, Harbor Freight. I got a gift card to Harbor Freight, and they put on sale the cheap pressure washer that I've been eyeballing, and I'm like,
cheap being the word, the main focal word there.
It pressure washes. I mean, technically,
it
under the definition, it does that. It's not like what you normally see people use, but it got what we wanted to do.
You would not want to
done.
go door to door trying to drum up pressure washing business with this one.
Oh no, you'd lose your butt. So anyway,
Yeah.
I got one of those because it was again on sale. They had the sidewalk sale, and I had a gift card, and I was all happy. I come home and we hooked it up, and we played with it, and we cleaned off the front porch, and oh man, it was just great. And then in the midst of it, we were like, we've been talking about painting the front door, so we took the numbers off the front door and repainted the front door, and our grandson got to come over, and our oldest grandson, and I showed him how to use a pressure washer, and he got to like use it on the sidewalk, and he thought that was the coolest thing ever. And man, we were just having a wonderful day. And then yeah, the other family
yeah, our other the rest of the family,
the rest of his family come over and gave us something, or gave you something, even though you didn't know it. And about 2 a.m. all of a sudden it hit you.
Yes.
And it was awful.
Yep.
And knock on wood.
Yeah, like I say, I don't
know how I didn't get it, but I didn't get it.
I would not have thought they would have still been contagious because they had it earlier in that week.
Yeah, and they've been well for like a week.
Well, no, maybe not a week, but several days.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I would have not in a million years thought that I would have gotten it. I know
it's because you like licked their eyeball or something.
I must go around licking doorknobs.
I guess.
I mean, this year has just.
You would think as much as I picked my nose, I would have gotten it.
Oh, good Lord.
I'm just saying. I mean, it's a real thing.
I just don't this year has started off with a sinus infection already.
Yep.
And then.
Well, and I had that cough that lasted 5 freaking months that finally went away.
Which you and I both got a little sick right after Christmas because we were around snotty nosed kids the whole time.
Yeah.
And then got over that, and then whatever the black plague that I got last week.
I think of it as like a race car virus because it raced out of you and
gosh,
and all you heard was so. I mean, I will say we've been together for quite a while. This year will be our 20th anniversary. And I don't know that I've ever heard you throw up that much or that violently ever.
Yeah, it was terrible.
That was pretty awful.
It was awful.
So
yes.
I'm glad you didn't perish in the.
And I tell you, it's been a week. Well, a week ago today is whenever it started with me, like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. Sunday, I stayed in bed all day long. I mean, there was times that I would need to almost crawl from the bathroom back to the bed. And when you offered last Sunday evening or said, I'm not going to work tomorrow, I've got plenty of PTO, I'm going to let my boss know that I need to stay here. That was the first time in 20 years that I said, please do not go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
I need you here.
Yeah.
And there was no doubt about the fact that I definitely could not have been here by myself.
Yeah.
I could not have been here by myself Monday or Tuesday.
Well, I knew. I mean, it was either that or I needed to put you in the hospital. I mean, it
Yeah.
was one of those two things, and I was like, my gut was telling me you just need to rehydrate. This is the bug; it's going to work its way out, and it did. I'm glad I was right on that part, but I mean,
Yeah. This
the
just, I don't
Gatorade,
know if our virus is more fierce now,
maybe
stronger,
maybe
or
it's because
is
we're
it
old.
or is it because I'm older?
We're getting older, and our immune system is not as strong as it used to be.
Like I say, I do not go around licking doorknobs. I promise. I don't.
Listen, they don't know that. Shh.
I don't do that. I try really hard to wash my hands
Yeah,
regularly. I mean,
I know you're a little obsessive with washing your hands to the point that you even have said you had to switch soaps because your hands would get so dried out that they would
yes,
get cracked, and mine just aren't. But maybe that's why I didn't get sick because I'm just all dirty all the time
I
and
don't know.
I'm like pig pen, and the virus is like, nah, we don't want him. He's too
I do not
dirty.
know how in the world you skirted around
I
it.
don't
I'm
know
glad
either.
you didn't get it because I wouldn't wish this. I don't know that I dislike anybody enough to wish that they would get what I had.
Of course, it would help me lose a few pounds, and that would have
No,
been
it is not.
helpful.
But the one thing I do remember is last, you knew, of course, that other family members had had this the week before.
Yeah,
And of course, then we saw them on that Saturday and nobody was sick. So
no,
I did not remotely even think that I could possibly get that virus.
mm-hmm.
But whenever I woke up super early in the morning, 1:30, 2 o'clock, and I drugged some covers and moved into the living room, I remember thinking, no, 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 you are not. You're not feeling sick. It's okay. You just
Mind
dinner
over matter.
dinner didn't agree with you because
Mm-hmm.
occasionally you can eat a meal
Yeah,
and it
it's
just
just your stomach's going. What did you eat?
or even if you wind up throwing up, it's just that one time and you
Yeah.
feel 100%
Well,
better.
that's usually because of food poisoning.
Well, usually it's not. I've never, knock on wood, I've never had food poisoning,
Oh, I have.
but I've eat a meal before where it has made me feel bad. I threw up and then I was fine. This, of course, was not like that at all. But, and I was trying to tell myself, okay, the first time I got sick, it's going to be okay. You just needed to get that stuff out of your system. You're good. But yeah, we know that didn't go well. But I think you got up Sunday morning around 8:30, and
Mm-hmm.
I stayed on the couch until I heard you get
It was
up,
about 8. Yeah.
get up.
And
And
I opened my eyes and I looked over and I went, she's up. That's unusual. She's
yeah,
not normally up on
yeah,
Sunday
because I do sleep in on
because I usually
Saturday
get
and
up
Sunday.
earlier. And I was surprised I slept till 8. I was like, wow, this is great. And I walked into the living room. I seen you on the
No, no,
couch.
no. I come into the bedroom. You were coming out of the bathroom,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
was dragging the cover behind me because I had no energy. At that point, I had been throwing up every half hour,
Yep.
and it was almost like clockwork for every
That's
30
right.
minutes.
You had your fever then and you were shaking.
Yes. And I remember walking in the room, and you looked at me and you said, "Are you okay?" And I don't remember what I replied, no, or whatever. And you said jokingly, "You working on your summer body?"
Oh, because you said you had thrown up all night.
What? Yes. I mean,
Yeah.
and no, definitely not. I could care less about a summer body.
Well, as soon as I knew you were down, my first thought was I got to go to the store and get you
Yeah, I must
supplies.
have went and I crawled straight in the bed, and
Yep.
I did not even know that you had left.
Well, you said I've been up since 2, and
Yeah.
I thought, oh, that's not good. And since you were crawling into bed, I was like, she needs to lay down and get some sleep. While she's sleeping, let me go get some supplies. Because having a mom as a nurse and nurse practitioner, I mean, I've learned over the years that if you are getting rid of a lot of fluids, you need to make sure you at least have some electrolytes in your system. So things like Pedialyte or Gatorade is probably good to
Gatorade
have.
Zero.
Gatorade Zero because it has less sugar. It just still has like type of sugar, but still it tastes better than Pedialyte. Pedialyte's just
Yes, and I
nasty.
will say that is the one thing that I tried very hard, even though I had to force myself.
Yep.
I kept eating, I kept drinking the Gatorade Zero, and
Yep.
I would chew on some ice chips.
And I mean, the the main thing is just replacing fluids and then having something in you that wouldn't come up if you threw up again, which I've always heard that the electrolytes stay in you. So that was kind of my goal on that. And of course, grabbed a few other things that I thought we might use, saltine crackers,
Yes.
things like that, Sprite, ginger ale, whatever it was. Just trying to think outside the box of what can I
And it stuck
grab.
around for a while. I want to say
Yep,
I did not even eat anything other than saltine crackers until
like Tuesday.
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I think it was Wednesday.
yep,
Wednesday evening, I actually ate a little bit of a meal, and it was not super heavy, but I probably eat, oh gosh, maybe an eighth of it. I ate
well,
very, very little of it.
and I was hesitant to go to work on Tuesday because I mean, by Monday, I mean you had stopped. You threw up for like 12 hours,
Yeah.
and then when you finally stopped, I mean, it was
Well,
like,
between
oh,
the, not to
is she
mention,
okay?
yeah, with the
But
vomiting was diarrhea. I mean, I hate
yeah,
to say it, but that was part of it. And
yep.
it seems like mine came, um,
This podcast is unofficially brought to you by Gatorade Zero.
I will say that mine was more of the vomiting in the beginning and then the diarrhea because once the vomiting stopped, and don't get me wrong, if I had to choose between two, I I don't want the vomiting.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't want
And
either one,
the
but
long, you've heard the phrase, the longer a couple stays together, the more they're alike. I got to say, you put some real man force behind your vomiting.
yeah, yeah,
It sounded a lot like me.
yeah,
I was like, "Whoa,
I think the
that's
name.
forceful! Wow, that's like a man throw up." Roar! Roar! I was like, "Is she fighting a bear?" She was fighting a bear,
I'm
all
pretty
right.
sure the neighbors heard me throwing up. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm surprised Mr. Paul didn't come over and be like, "Are
yeah,
y'all okay?"
I'm not quiet when I throw up.
Yeah,
But anyway,
me
that's
neither.
enough. But now I did learn, I did not know until I did teledoc on Tuesday, I think. And because I was just worried at that point, I am still feeling very, very sick on my stomach. The diarrhea was still here. And I was like, okay, is this an unusually long time for this? I was told no, that it varies on every person. It can be totally different. The other thing I learned that I did not know is I had actually taken a couple doses of kaopectate,
Hmm.
but the doctor that I spoke with on the phone said that kaopectate, Pepto Bismol, that you can take those things, but you're basically in reality keeping that virus in your body
Inside of you,
longer.
yeah,
So I was like, oh, hell no, I don't want to do that. So,
yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I mean, I had read a long time ago where if you eat something and then a few hours later you vomit, it's because your stomach hasn't processed anything yet and it recognizes that it's bad for you, and it goes, nope, nope, fastest way out. Which way did it come? That way. Go that way.
yeah,
Whereas if it comes out the other way, it's usually because it didn't agree with you and it's just going that way.
I don't
But
know. I just hope
um,
and pray. I don't want anybody to get this stuff. I mean, it's,
yeah,
and if you do, you have to force yourself to stay hydrated.
and you can go to the doctor and get IVs and maybe recover a little bit faster,
Yeah, I do know a couple of people that did that. That
which we
actually,
probably should have done.
I guess, I don't know. Maybe it's
I guess we need to talk about our insurance and figure out which hospital to go to because we have more than one hospital in town.
yeah, but also too, I'm not yeah, I'm not young anymore.
That's why we need to talk about where to
Yeah,
go and have
true.
a plan. You always have to have a plan. See, that's the thing I'm
You
learning
were just
about.
scared I was vomiting up a organ, right?
Well, those are valuable. So, I mean, if we're not going to
Yes.
get money for them, then yeah, that would be a big deal because we could pay the house off with a kidney or two. But yeah, so it is one of those things where we need to have a plan, and I know that from work. I mean, whenever I'm starting a safety brief or a conference or conversation or whatever, you have to start off by saying, all right, in case of a fire, we go here, and in case of this, we go here, and you just want people aware of what to do in case of an emergency. And we kind of need to do that in our personal life too. I mean, that's kind of something we need to do in our own home. Of if we had something happen, which hospital do we go to? Because I don't know if we've even thought about that since we've changed insurance companies.
I'm not sure.
But anyway, enough of that. That's
Yeah,
people are like,
right on past the virus.
okay.
I just pray nobody that gets this stuff needs to just go away.
So Sprinter has turned warmer.
Yes, it has.
It's almost spring. I saw today there's like 4 days left till spring. I'm like,
Yes,
ooh,
but did you see that
yay.
it's supposed to cool? It's actually supposed to be cooler this
Yeah, I
next
don't
week.
care. I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to
My
be
eyes are focused on the spring. I am looking forward to
your
it.
eyes are
I
running water because of the pollen.
I am snotting because of the pollen. I want the pollen to be done. Everything is yellow. Yesterday was such a beautiful day. Woke up. It looked like it might rain, but I thought, nah, this is gonna be a good day. We got a lot planned. Got some cleaning to do. Got some mulching to do. Did some mulch in the front yard. Makes it look all pretty, and got the pressure washer out, cleaned out the garage, and then covered up my truck. I actually pressure washed the truck and got some of the debris off, and cleaned up the Jeep. And I thought, man, it's a beautiful day. Let me go and take the top down, take the doors off. Maybe I'll ride to this Jeep meet later on today with the top down and the doors off. That'd be great. Right about the time I got ready to leave, it started sprinkling, and I was like, come on, seriously? I looked at my phone, and it was like, yeah,
Yeah, but I remember you saying it's going to be sprinkling rain here
for just a
in,
little bit.
you said in like 12 minutes. And sure enough, it was,
Yep.
I will have to say the iPhone's pretty darn accurate
But
on
with the
that.
like he got the Doppler radar, and it looks like it would just go blip, and that was it. And I thought, well, I mean, I kind of want to go. I got stuff to do. I needed to run some errands before I met up with the guys, and so I hopped in the Jeep, and I was like, it'll be fine. And I back out, and I go down the road, and I literally get right by the church down the road, and all of a sudden it just goes.
Oh, really? Did it rain?
It rained. It rained in one spot on me, just to be like, hey, look at there, sucker. Yeah. So here's the funny part. After it does that, it knocks all the pollen down onto the ground, and when you drive through puddles, it all splashes back up on your Jeep.
Oh, okay.
So once I got to my destination, I had to spend another 30 minutes wiping it back down again. I had brought with me some rags, so spent about 30 minutes wiping it down. We went to a local burger place called Buddy's Burgers, and right now they're doing renovations. Here in Florence, we have a nature walk area. It's called the Rail Trail, because there used to be a train rail where they have pulled the train tracks up, and someone bought it and made it like a nice little nature walk kind of thing. Well, they're expanding the rail trail, and part of it runs through Buddy Burger's parking lot. So a good third of their parking lot is not usable.
Why? Do they have equipment in
They have
there?
equipment,
Okay.
they have crusher run, they have wood, they have all
Well,
kinds
now
of
you know
stuff.
that they're expanding that.
Even further.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
going to go. Do you know where the soccer complex is out there at the old Ed Young's place?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You know where the rail trail is up there around the Pine Needles
Mm-hmm.
tennis courts
Mm-hmm.
and area? Okay. So, from what I've read, that you will be able to walk somewhere. The rail trail is going to actually extend out from there because right now it starts
Mm-hmm.
right at that EMS building that's right there on at that curve in the road.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the rail trail starts. They are apparently going to extend it out from there. I can only assume it will have to cross over Ebenezer somewhere, but they are going to run it down Pine Needles.
Where the train used to go.
Well, yeah, where
Yeah.
well, where was
the train used to go there.
That's right. There was a train track there before they built
Mm-hmm.
the bridge,
And
right? The new bridge.
before they put that other Ebenezer road, that little curvature road used to not be there. They put that road there after they pulled up the tracks.
Yeah. But anyway, that you're going to be able to go all
Yep.
the way to that soccer complex when
Yep.
they're done with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's perfect because they built that massive housing development
Oh yeah.
over there, off
Well, it's
over
good.
there around King's Academy.
It's great for our community. To have something to do that's outdoors, that where the kids can ride bicycles and not worry about getting run over by traffic, and
Oh,
parents
I
can
agree. I think they
we
need to.
adults can run and feel safe,
Yeah.
and you could take your kid out in their little stroller, and all kinds of stuff like that. And um but part of that, because of the construction, meant that we didn't have any parking at Buddy Burger. So as we were parking and pulling up and greeting one another, a group of 20 plus guys from Sumter showed up, and then a lot of other people started showing up, and suddenly we were like, we don't have the parking. So we all made a pivot, and we went to Holt Brothers Barbecue here in Florence. Shout out to Holt Brothers in Florence. If you're ever in Florence, check them out. It's really good stuff. They've redone their menu. They have tacos now.
Oh, really? Well, I
Yes,
think
they
they've
do.
always had tacos.
They got tacos.
How many Jeeps
They
did
got
y'all have total?
burgers. We counted 50.
Okay, I was
When we
thinking
did
it was
our
okay. That's still a lot. That's
I
a
thought it
lot.
was more. I did the final count when everybody got kind of settled, and I counted 50 exactly.
Okay, good.
So good show out. A lot of people got to show up and hang out and talk, and Of course, I turned wrenches on many a guy's Jeep, and they showed up and were like, "Hey, where's yours at? I ain't seen it yet." And so they all got to come over and ooh and ah at the hard work that we all put into it. And yeah, it was neat though. Got to sit and talk with a bunch of guys and meet a bunch of new folks, and had a really good burger. It was a really nice day.
Okay,
But
good. Yeah,
yeah,
the weather was perfect for that.
the rain just like I said, caught me off guard there for a minute, and then it was done. It did just blip, just like I thought it would. But if I'd have been patient, I could have waited 10 more minutes, and it would have been fine. But anyway, that's just a lesson.
I while you were at Buddy's Burger, I went to a speakeasy. I think it was called. I'm gonna look it up here. Um, I actually went to
So you went
a
back in time during Prohibition,
no,
and
no,
you were
no.
like, the password is abracadabra.
I actually went to a speakeasy. They sold tickets. It was, I guess, a touring type show. I went to the Edgar Allan Poe Speakeasy over in Darlington, South Carolina. And
Oh, I thought it was
these,
in Hartsville.
no, actually, it was in Darlington,
Okay.
in the old post office.
Is that near downtown?
It is. It
Okay.
is. These people, there was only five people in this show, and it is actually has a permanent residence in Orlando, Florida,
Hmm.
is where they're from. And it was great. I mean, it was $45 for a ticket, and the ticket included getting in to see I guess you would call it.
It's a show.
I wouldn't really say it's a show. It was I'm not sure how to describe it. It was kind of like the reading or the telling of four of the Edgar Allan Poe stories.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look it up online, it says that it is our immersive evening pairs four tales with a dash of history and heavy cocktails. It's not the word for cocktails though. It's called libations. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know for sure what that was. So we started off the evening with we checked in, and of course they check your ID because it's alcohol. There is no food. It is just the cocktails.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go in, we were actually served a cocktail right from the beginning. And we sat down, it started, and they tell you the story of his life, but they do it in like four different acts.
Mm-hmm.
They did four different retelling of the stories of his famous books. One of them was The Raven, one was the Telltale Heart,
Right.
one was The Black Cat,
Mm-hmm.
and one was, I'm not sure the exact,
Red Death.
Red Death. It had something to
Yeah.
do with Red Death. But in between each act, they served you a new cocktail.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually very interesting. There was only five people that did this whole thing, served the drinks.
Did they have costumes?
No, I wouldn't say costumes. No, they were all dressed kind of appropriate for the story that they were telling.
Okay.
And very, very good. I mean, these people, you can tell, they do this all the time. They know these stories. It was actually very good. And I heard them say as the evening was wrapping up, because it was like a 2 hour, I want to say it was about almost 2 hours, maybe a little under 2 hours from the time it started until it finished. And that I heard them say that there was 200 people that was there last night. And that was their third or fourth show. So they must have done like Wednesday through Saturday in Darlington. And apparently the touring part of it is something that they're just starting to do. They have a permanent location in Orlando, Florida. And there was actually a couple people in the room because they asked, has anybody ever been, anybody ever seen this show? And I think two or three people in the room had, and the guy said, this is kind of unusual. Normally nobody knows anything at all about us. But it was good. It was great. It was
Cool.
something totally different, very talented people. And it wasn't like a play or anything like that. It would be just one person on stage at a time. And it was basically like the retelling of the story. And if anybody knows anything about Edgar Allan Poe, he had some different.
He was a weird motor scooter.
He had some different kind of writing.
Yeah.
His stories are out there, and they use the lighting for like to change the mood in the room, which was really kind of cool. So Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Something different.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad you had fun.
Yeah.
I'm glad you felt good enough to go.
Yeah, I almost talked myself out of it, and mind you, I did not drink very much at all. I took a couple of sips of each one of my drinks. I realized going in that that would not be number one, I was driving. Number two, I did not think that my stomach and system would
Yeah.
what I dealt with last week really needed anything like that.
Right.
Um, but what little I did take a sip or two of each one, and they were good, very good. The last one I think was 100 proof, and each one was named different depending on what story they were telling. So, like they had one of the drinks was called the Nevermore, and
Okay.
that's the Nevermore is what the Raven says over and over.
Yeah, he's
And
kind of
that's
obsessed with that word, like it's his Scrabble power word.
right, right.
Yeah. Wow.
But yeah, it was fun. You would have
Okay.
enjoyed it. You would have
Well,
enjoyed it.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also watched some. I actually watched something on TV since I've been more
No,
confined to the house.
you
Yeah, we
don't
did.
watch
I
TV.
don't normally.
What did you watch?
What we watched something on Netflix, right?
Oh.
Just a little comedy type thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Kate Hudson.
this is stuff I heard. So let me tell you about some stuff that we saw that we can tell you about in case you might want to watch it. Kate Hudson. It's what was it called?
Running Point.
Running Point. Yeah.
It's about basketball.
Yeah. Basically, she takes over a family basketball team. Her family owned it, and the dad passed away, and her and her three brothers were kind
Or
of
very wealthy.
involved with owning the team, and one of the brothers has to go into rehab, and he appoints her to take over things. And
It's
yeah,
cute. It's very cute.
It's a cute little show.
Yeah, it's not anything. It's not heavy. It's very light-hearted. It's not anything very time consuming. The episodes are what 25, 30 minutes max. So you can watch them really quick. And I don't normally sit down and watch anything very, very little on TV. And I don't want to get into anything that's very time
Well,
consuming.
I'll be honest, if you felt better, you probably wouldn't have watched any of it.
Probably not. No. No. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
Kate Hudson did a great job. I've always liked Kate Hudson. If you
She
don't
reminds
even
me a lot of her mom right now.
yes, and you don't even have to be a basketball fan because it wasn't really about knowing all the different positions and all
Ted
that.
Lasso. You don't have to know about
Yeah,
soccer
you don't have to know
understand
about
Ted
the
Lasso.
sport. This was
Yeah.
more of a story based around the sport.
Family and
yes,
dealing with players and dealing with coaches and dealing with society as a whole. And
yeah, very cute. I would recommend anybody watch it. That's it's an easy watch.
And if nothing else, it's a reminder that nobody's family's perfect.
Definitely.
There's a lot of examples in this where you go, wow, people's families are really messed up.
Yes.
And just like ours. How about that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah. I actually watched something that I've been telling people about because I was not expecting to like it as much as I did. It's called My Old Ass.
Oh, it's called what?
My Old Ass.
Oh, they running out of titles for
listen, this young girl, she's with her friends. They're 18, they're getting ready to graduate and go to college, and she's planning on going to the University of Toronto, and
she considers herself old at that age?
No. Her friends have been trying to talk her into doing mushrooms for the first time, and she's like, I'll do it. And so they like make a tea and she drinks it, and she's like, I don't feel anything. And all of a sudden, this woman sits next to her that wasn't there on a log, and she's like, yeah, you really don't do well with drugs. And she was like, what? And she goes, dude, I'm you. And she's like, what? And she's like, I'm 39. I don't know how this is happening, but I'm here talking to you. And she's like, no. And like all of a sudden she's having a conversation with her future self. And I'd seen the preview, and Aubrey Plaza plays her older self. And
who?
Aubrey Plaza. She's an actress.
Okay.
Anyway, she's done a lot of stuff. It ends up being a love story at the end that just is heartbreaking. And it reminded me a lot of On Golden Pond, with Henry Fonda.
Oh, yeah, I remember the movie.
It reminds me of that at the end. It took a while to get there, but because it's got this weird time travel element, and like when the drugs wear off, somehow she's still able to talk to her older self on the phone, and she saved her in the phone as My Old Ass and had conversations with her, and actually talks to her on the phone. And I'm like, wait, none of this follows any time travel rules, but whatever. You just roll with it. If you just roll with it, it's a fun movie. And it's heartfelt.
You do understand what the word fiction means, right?
Yeah. And like I said, if you just go with it and just take it for what it's worth and watch the thing, it's very heartfelt
It
at the
does not
end.
surprise me at all that you would question whether or not something follows time travel rules.
Do you not know me at all?
Golly.
Feels like you just met me. Come on. There are rules. There's a reason this all has to work in a situation. Anyway, whatever.
They're not it's not real.
It just depends on which one you accept. If you accept the Back to the Future rules, I mean, you change something in the past, change something in the future. Anyway, whatever.
Man, you are
I'm just
complicated. I
a
am glad I am not in your head.
I'm just a movie file. I like movies. It's fun. It's fun to imagine. So anyway, it ends up being very lovely and sentimental at the end. And
Did
there's
somebody recommend that, or did you just come up with that one
no,
on your own?
it's on Amazon Prime. I just
Okay.
saw it as a thing, and I
If
was
you
like,
watch this, then you
what?
will like this.
And apparently they know me well because I like chick flicks and time travel movies. So
Man, those
it
algorithms
just,
are a bitch, aren't they?
yep. They're like, I'm sure they got the script through an algorithm, and they're like, we're gonna make what? People are gonna love it, and they're like, no one's gonna love this, and it apparently won a bunch of awards like SAG Independent Film Awards and awards for cinematography.
And this is on which streaming
It's
service?
on Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Oh, speaking of Amazon Prime,
Yes.
are you done with your shows? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
that's all I watched really.
I can remember when we started with Amazon Prime. It's been years now, of
Mhm.
course, and I want to say it was $99 a year
Mhm.
for Amazon Prime
Right.
for the Prime shipping.
Back when they were wanting people to
Yes, and I want to
get
say
started.
the year $99.
How many hundreds of dollars is it now?
$150 and some
Okay,
change
well that's not that bad.
because I seen a charge on we pay our credit card bill weekly. We use our credit card for everything, and I mean everything because I want those points, and we pay it off weekly. But I'm also one of those that looks every single week at the charges because you just want to make sure that they are correct. And I saw $150 and some change to Amazon, and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. And I do keep up with what we order
Yeah.
on Amazon
Yeah.
versus what is charged to the card. Do
In
it
case
weekly.
there's anything
Yeah,
fraudulent.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just one of the things that I do.
Which
It's one of
most
my
people should do.
one of my quirks. So I see the $150, and I'm thinking, what did we spend on $150 on Amazon
Right.
last week? And as I'm digging into it, of course, I see that it's the membership. So
Yeah.
it's gone up to 100, but now that includes the streaming,
The
right?
movies and the
Okay.
music and the
shipping.
shipping.
I mean, so yeah, it's
Yep.
but it has definitely gone up. I
Which
still
I
think,
mean, I'm utilizing the movies and the music, and we are definitely using the shipping.
yeah,
Yeah.
because we have several things on like auto. I mean,
But you figure that covers not only the shipping to ship stuff out, but also all the shipping of things we're sending back. That's,
yes.
oh no, this is the wrong size, or oh no, we got the wrong brand of this, or whatever.
Or oh no, this looks.
I
like
didn't mean
crap.
to order that. Yeah.
I don't know that I've done a lot of that, but I have ordered some stuff just recently that when it got here, I was like, nope. I mean,
it looked better in the picture than it looked in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the good thing about it is you can click it, send it back. They give you credit the minute they scan that barcode. You have to take it to Kohl's, but that's a heck of a lot easier than the UPS store.
Yeah.
Because that place is forever busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, that was my whole point.
Nice.
That was my whole point was
I
how
like that Kohl's is doing that.
Yeah.
I like we have a Kohl's.
How expensive. Oh, speaking of do you know that we are getting several new restaurants?
No.
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard. Now I don't know whether or not this is right for sure, but I know something's building beside Chipotle out by the mall.
Didn't we hear it was
Panda Express? That's what I heard. Yes. And then I've also heard that something is going in, a chicken place is going into the old Hardee's on Palmetto. That's on the
you know what? I drove by there one day this week,
and they're doing work,
and the building looked like it was being renovated, and I was like, what's going on there?
Some type of chicken place. I'm not sure what it is for sure that's going in there, but because I mean, we just need some more chicken places.
Well, I mean, how many can we have? We got what? Chick-fil-A, we got Zaxby's, we got Cane. No, not Cane's. What's the one over there on the south end of town?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is that Raisin Cane? No, that one's not.
No.
And that might be what's coming.
Like a second one of those?
Yeah, I can't remember what the one is on the
Slim Chickens.
Slim
whatever. Chickens.
That one's over on the other side of town.
Cute name.
But yeah,
there's also Dave's Hot Chicken that's apparently over there by the Imperial Ink.
Yes. In that little strip shopping center where Palmetto
Hadn't
Subs is
had
at.
that yet. Or there's like Angry Chicken or something like
I
that.
think it's Angry Chicken.
Angry Chicken, yeah. And then of course,
Okay, so I
KFC,
also heard that
the tried and true
something
KFC,
is going in Bojangles, Popeyes,
Bojangles, Popeyes,
you name it.
Hardee's.
We've got some chicken places. Um, Something's going in the old
People love
Schlotsky's
chicken.
Deli.
Oh,
I'm not really sure 100% what it is, but I've heard that something's going in there. So
mm.
we'll have to wait and see what that is going to be. And I've heard rumor, I don't know if this is true, and I'm not sure if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Uh, Nothing Bundt Cakes is coming to
Oh
town.
no.
I know.
I can't buy any bigger size
I
clothes.
know. I know. I can't imagine.
The only way we can order stuff from there is if we walk there and walk home.
Yeah, most definitely. And I love their cakes.
I'm afraid of that.
I'm afraid of that too.
That'd be like if someone said Salt and Straw's coming to Florence. I'd be like, oh no.
Yeah, salt and straw ice cream would be amazing.
Or chicken guy. Oh,
but here's the thing: this town is growing so fast as far as
we are
new subdivisions. I mean, we've got this new subdivision that's going off of Hoffmeyer here that's supposed to be
we're getting industry here.
800 plus houses. The big battery plant,
giant battery plant that we drove by and saw. It was ginormous.
No more grocery stores, though.
Yeah, we got plenty of grocery stores.
We need some more grocery stores in this town.
No, we don't need grocery stores. We're fine on the grocery stores.
They're clearing the lot. The corner across from Buffalo Wild Wings is being cleared.
Yeah.
Have no idea what might be going there. Maybe someone's clearing it just so they can sell it. That is a very low piece of property.
Yeah, they're probably going to put apartments.
Yeah. Somewhere else to live with. I mean, that's nowhere to buy groceries.
That's kind of the way it goes. What are you talking about? Walmart's right across the street from them, pretty much. Yeah. And Food Line's right down the road. There's stuff. There's stuff.
There is.
We could use a nice grocery store that's nicer than what we have.
I would like to get
our Food Line is very nice. Our new Food Line is very nice.
It is very nice. But I would like to get a Publix
or a Whole Foods
or a Kroger. We've had Kroger before, but
Trader Joe's.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
There's not even one of those at the beach, I don't think.
We could really use one of those in Florence. Hey, Trader Joe's, if you're listening.
Yeah, because I'm sure
you heard it here first on Stuff I Heard. You should come to Florence. We would really appreciate it. It would be awesome.
So what we got coming up this next week?
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. We need to do our taxes.
We do.
It's getting to be that time.
It is.
If we don't do it, we're going to be those people.
No, we've never not done it. I'm not going to not do it. I'm not going to do it super early. We usually owe, and I'm not giving them the money any sooner than April 15th.
Yeah, well, we need to do it.
I know. You're right. It is.
It's like going to the dentist. I don't want to go to the dentist.
We've got a lot of things come. We're going to be extremely busy here for the next into June. Yes, trust me.
I don't have my calendar pulled up, but I know you have plans for me.
Starting the last weekend in March, you've only got, I think, Easter weekend is the only free weekend that you have the month of April and May. It's
Next
busy.
weekend, we're not doing anything, right? Next weekend, we can do taxes.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. Hopefully.
Yes, because I'm just anxious. I'm eager to give the government more of our money.
Yeah. Especially after they wasted so much of it. That makes it super. But I'm not going to talk about politics.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about politics.
I got friends and family pissed off at me. So, oh well. Make your own assumptions.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Keep plowing ahead.
I mean, people don't agree. I'm married to you, and there's things that you and I disagree about.
What?
But you know what? We move on.
We're like
two peas in a pod.
We're like this.
No, we're not.
My fingers go together.
We're like peas and carrots.
Yeah, peas and carrots. Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap this up.
Okay. We got to do a fake commercial.
For what?
Holt Brothers Barbecue. Anytime you're in Florence, check out Holt Brothers Barbecue. They also own the 1720 Burger Bar. Is that what it's called?
1720? The Burger Bar. I didn't know there was numbers in front of it.
The Burger Bar.
Oh, Lori did tell me that there is a new restaurant in town.
In the middle of a commercial.
I know.
You're going to interrupt Holt Brothers Barbecue?
I'm going to interrupt the commercial with a new commercial. There's a new restaurant in town.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did not know that.
The guy that owns that was the guy that owned that seafood place downtown that we went to, next
The
to
soul,
Jazz. Yeah,
yes.
same
Okay.
guy.
Okay.
The guy,
It's in the old sports bar,
yeah,
right?
the guy is friends with, or his best friend is Miss Kim's husband.
Okay. And what's the name of it? Oh wait,
Oasis.
Oasis.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because Lori said her and Danny ate there Friday,
Danny
and
said the inside looked like Rainforest Cafe,
she said the inside was really cool.
and the food was phenomenal. It was a little pricey, but she said the food was really good. He said he ordered a ribeye, and he wasn't expecting what came. It was actually two ribeyes. They weren't real thick, but there was two of them, and he said that, like, first bite, he was like, "Oh my goodness gracious!" And
Yeah,
he said he gave her some, and she was like, "I should have ordered
yeah.
that
She said that he got like I think it was called steak frites,
steak fritas."
Fritas,
Yeah,
which is steak and French fries.
yeah,
And then she got like a Tuscan type salmon.
yep.
She said it was really good, but she said I cannot wait to go back because I want to get what Danny had. But I mean, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I don't mind a little bit pricey if the food and service is good.
Yep.
I would much rather any day pay a little bit more for good
It's
food and good service.
yeah, it's in that where that sports bar used to be.
Right.
Yeah,
I can't even
off of
the
yeah,
swamp. Yeah.
off of Palmetto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So two unofficial commercials for the price of none. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Although we don't know about the Oasis
Yeah.
yet. We'll find out soon.
We're just giving you shout outs for free to our tens of listeners.
Well,
You
we
guys
know we
appreciate
have
it.
two. We know we have your mom and our daughter-in-law. They absolutely have to listen.
Hard hands. Yeah.
But anyway,
Anyway,
okay.
all right. There's a white cat watching me through the window this entire time.
As long as
It's
he's
like
outside, they do not
it's like
belong to us.
teasing me.
They're
I'm surprised it's white with all the pollen. I'll be honest.
He's probably when he shakes, he's probably
Like a big puffball.
yeah, like a yellow
Yeah.
puffball.
All right. That's it. You got anything to promote?
Nope.
I don't either.
Be kind.
Be kind to one another.
Let the politics go.
Yeah.
We've been just get up, go to work.
In the Bible, how many times does it say be unafraid? 167 times. Be not afraid. Yeah. Be not afraid. It'll be fine. All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Be nice to one another. And until next time, cue the cow.
Cue the cow. Moo, baby.